If you have the correct permissions under settings, you'll also see the template tab. The permissions determines who can either view or edit these, and that's typically limited to administrators or certain users based on the role settings, which are adjustable, because we don't want any user to just adjust templates for everyone, because if you adjust a template, you're adjusting it for everyone in your company. So that changes the quality for the whole company, not just for yourself. And typically we want standardized quality throughout the company. But ask your administrator if you want to access or you want to be able to edit these, that's fine. There are 4 basic template types in AudZone. First is Notes, which relates to the templates that's available here. Then you've got Documents, which relates to the templates that are available here. And you've also got Fillable Forms, which is what's available there. You also have Meetings, and that's related to a meeting session. So when you first start, you'll see there's a meeting button. You can have different meeting types, each with their own notes and documents as well. And that's typically for HR or seminars or training or vendor meetings, things like that. We'll focus mainly on notes and documents. You can filter all those here. You can filter it based on appointment types associated. Statuses, active means it's available, and draft or archived means you can't actually use it. And you can see here, based on all templates, your own templates, other people's templates that's been shared, and then company-wide templates, which includes everyone's templates together. On any one of these templates, you've got a number of options. You can either edit the template, you can copy it, or you can test it with transcript, or even delete it. To edit, you can either click there, or you can just click on the template itself, and you'll come to this screen. Share globally means you want to make this available to AudZone's library for everyone to use, which we appreciate, but it's not necessary at all. You also have settings, which is the name of the template, how it will appear in the drop-down, the type. So in this case, it's a clinical note, which means it goes on the note tab. It's active, and the default writing style is standard. So if it's auto-generated, that's selected, but the user can override it. You've got template context. Normally that would be troubleshooting information to the AI, so things like only use bullet points, only use abbreviations, anything where you want to just tweak the behavior a bit if you don't like it, that's a great place to add it. Team availability means it's available to everyone in the team. If that's off, it will only be available to yourself. Here you can see which appointments this is associated to, so it's only best practice gold visit 2, but it can be that many appointments use the same template. However, with no templates, each appointment type can only have one note template because there's only one note that's generated at any one time. With documents, each document can have multiple appointments, but any appointment can also have multiple documents. And that's why we also made it, if you have a document template with no appointment types listed, it will actually show for all appointment types as default. Otherwise, you've got to go click every single one where you want to show it. And it's more likely than not that you want that document available everywhere. If you're finished with your changes, you can click Save Template at any time, but we'll go through the editor next. The editor is where you can do text editing, but you can also do things like remove certain fields, edit the name of the fields, and most importantly, edit variables. So variable is very important. It gives the AI instructions as to what goes behind this label here. So if we click on it, there's a little floating thing that says Alt, press Alt on the keyboard and click to edit, left click. And here you can see the name of the variable, just leave that alone. Here you can give exact instructions as to what it needs to do here, and then what type is it? Is it required? So if this is required, it means if there's no value from the transcript itself, it will default to that value there. But if it's set as not required, then when you generate, you'll see that omit optional if it doesn't have a value. And what will happen is all of this will be removed, and that won't even show up in your final note. So a required variable will mean the label will show up of whatever the optional text is. A non-required variable will mean this whole line will be just removed as if it never existed. So that's just important to understand. AI, this is just an AI assistant where normally it would select a transcript that has been used for this template, but currently, because I haven't used this yet, you can pick which transcript you want to use, and then you can use either one of these buttons to fine-tune it, or you can type text as to what you don't like, and the AI will actually make that edit for you, allow you to test it on the spot, and save that change if you wanted to. Compliance, just if you want to associate particular compliance with a particular note template, although we typically recommend you rather assign it to appointment types, because you could use different notes for different appointment types, and it's related. Compliance is typically related to an appointment type, not a template. Variables just lists all these variables. That's just there for information, same for all. So normally you do settings and AI, and if you feel a bit more adventurous, the editor. When you're done, just click Save Template and it will save. You also have the option here to import templates or create new templates with AI. So import templates, basically you'll paste some text in there from a previous note you've done, and that I don't want in there. And then you can either import in the background, which means this will close and carry on, and then the import will happen, and afterwards it will just show draft in the list, and you can then go and edit it, or you can import in a review, which allows you to wait for it. You can also import from a PDF your note, but this also allows you to create a fillable PDF by just dropping your PDF here. It will then create a fillable form from that PDF for use in our fillable form features. New with AI, similar concept, but you just select what kind of document you want, and then pick the appointment type you want it for, and then you simply say what the purpose is. So just give a description of what it's for. In this case, I might just say and then just say next. And here you can also say, okay, this needs to be compliant according to specific rules. You can either look at what's available in all your rules. You can look at your own. You can look at what's in the library. You can upload various rules if you wanted to, or you can enter some text like, okay, it needs to be compliant with this. They need to check otoscopy. They need to do this, that. Not necessary. Typically, that's enough to just carry on and go on. And then when it's done, you'll find it in this list, and you can edit it, make it active. It will be draft. And the best way is just to save it and come into your any note and just test it by selecting your new template, regenerate, and then see if you like it. Here we can see that would be an optional field. So, and there was no information found for it. So once it's finished generating, that will clear, and it will fill in all the other. Yeah, see, that's just disappeared. If it was something that wasn't optional, it would just say not mentioned or whatever the keyword was there. And then if you want to change it, you can get straight to the AI assistant here and edit it. So that would be the way we recommend you test any new template.